Hi friends, welcome back to my channel. Happy New Year to all of you. I hope you are doing well. In today's video, I'm going to talk about the worst products of 2020. I realised that I'd done the best, but I hadn't done the worst, so here we are. Hopefully we'll be able to speed through them because there aren't many. Let's get started. First up is this Revolution Bake and Blot Powder in the shade Banana Deep. Now this I did also mention in my best and worst of Revolution video. I will link it in the description box down below, but this essentially just makes your skin look dry. As someone that has dry skin, that's not good. This sort of powder doesn't really do anything in terms of smoothing or making things look flawless. I mean, I guess it is just for baking and blotting as the product name implies, but it just makes your face look quite matte but flat. In my opinion, it doesn't look very flattering on the skin, but maybe if you didn't have really dry skin like me, it would look fine on you. This is in my project pan and I am trying to use it up, even though I don't really like it, just because I don't really want to throw it away. So since I can use it, I will. I just try and still use it in maybe like areas that aren't that dry, like my cheeks rather than my forehead. This is definitely one of the worst products and definitely powders that I tried in 2020. Alright, next up we have a mascara, also from Revolution. I promise not all the products in here are going to be from Revolution. This is the Mascara Revolution. This mascara just doesn't do pretty much any of the things that I want it to. It's quite a wet formula, I find. Even though I've had it for many months, it's still very wet. And because it's so wet and heavy, it just weighs down your lashes pretty immediately after you've curled them. So it doesn't really give you anything in terms of volume, and because I have quite straight lashes, I really do need a mascara that's going to hold my curl after I've curled them. This just makes your lashes look sad after you've curled them. I also don't like the very big brush on it. It makes it quite difficult to apply mascara without getting it all over your face. It doesn't really have a tapered tip at the top of it either to sort of really get in the inner corners or do the lower lashes without getting mascara over your eyes. So it's not really the greatest brush design in my opinion. I think it's just too big and there's no sort of tapering. Yeah, I don't like the brush design. The formula is too wet. It weighs down your lashes. I mean, it does thicken them, but in a way that I think makes them look quite clumpy quite easily. This will probably get discarded soon. Alright, and then let's mention the last Revolution product since I'm on it anyway, and that's also the Eyeliner Revolution. I don't have that because I threw that away, but essentially that eyeliner was just one where it ran out incredibly quickly. I'd only used it a handful of times and it ran out. On the first sort of go, it would come off really nice and black, but subsequent uses of it, it would just really not go over well over eyeshadow at all. And then it was the kind of eyeliner that if you tried to go back over certain areas that were sparse, it would just remove bits that you'd already applied. So difficult to work with, didn't last long at all, didn't like it at all. Alright, next up we have something from ColourPop, and this is the ColourPop Crème Gel Liner in the shade Exit. So this is a nice little neat pot that it comes in. This is rather new to me. I picked it up during a Black Friday haul, end of November. This is a white creme gel liner. Now this I was sort of very excited for because I don't have any other white eyeliners and I really wanted one where you could do a lot of detail work with it because I've been into more creative looks recently, especially for my Instagram. So I was really excited for this because it was filling a hole in my collection, and it obviously being ColourPop is more on the affordable side. Also the reviews are really good on the website. However, this just is really, really dry is the issue. Now I've tried other creme gel liners before that are wonderfully creamy and easy to work with, because the whole point is you want to be able to glide a line, you know, across your eyelid really easily, or for whatever you're using it for. And when it's so dry and chalky, it's just incredibly difficult to work with and you don't get that really nice clean sharp line. I'll insert a picture where I used it. I've only used this twice by the way, but I can very much tell I don't like it. Both times I just spent an absolute age trying to get this to work because it's so dry. You can't get a nice clean line out of it. You can't glide anything. It's really chalky. You can only get little bits coming out of time. So what I had to do was I just had to dab in the brush and sort of stamp it section by section all the way across my eyelid, which you can imagine was very time consuming, and it doesn't look like a nice crisp line. So I don't know if I got a bad one and everyone else just got a good one, but yeah, I mean, this is new. I've only used it twice. So I was very, very disappointed with this. Obviously, there are drops that you can put in it, like Inglot's Duraline, to try and revive dried out gel eyeliners. But because this is new, it's just really frustrating to have to sort of use one of those things already, which I don't have, because, you know, it's new, you expect it to work. I would not recommend at all unless you fancy something that won't give you a crisp white line and is very chalky and dry. And then lastly, yet again, something that I was very excited to get, but very much disappointed me. These BeautyBay pastel gel eyeliners that came in this beautiful sort of tie-dye pastel packaging. So I got a set with 3 of them. It's the one with the green, the blue and the purple, as opposed to the other one which had the warmer colours like yellow, pink and orange, I think. So this is what they look like. Again, a pack of 3 of them, and annoyingly right off the bat there's no sort of coloured end or lid anywhere for you to easily distinguish between the 3 colours, so you sort of have to open all of them individually and have a look to be able to tell. There are names on them, but again, that's not like an instant being able to tell between them, so that's kind of annoying. But aside from the packaging, the formula of these aren't great. So here are the different colours up close. So you do have the blue, the purple and the green, and these are supposed to be pastel eyeliners. Now I was quite excited for these because I'd wanted the ColourPop ones for such a long time, but that set where you get 6 of them, that's $36 I believe, that one is like always sold out. So I sort of got a little bit tired and impatient of waiting, and when BeautyBay dropped these, I was so excited because I thought, wow, okay, BeautyBay is also a more affordable brand and really easy for me to get in the UK, so great, I'll just order these. Big mistake, I probably should have waited to see some reviews first, because these are not great. So the problem with these is they're quite dry and hard, so they do sort of drag across your eyes. Not as bad as this ColourPop Crème Gel liner. You can draw a line with this, obviously, since it is a stick, so it's easier to do so rather than this where you have to get it on your brush. But because they are sort of harder and drier, they do drag across the lid, so not the most comfortable to work with, but the colours do come out when you just use them on your skin, so that's okay, you can work with those. But the problem comes when you try and use them in your waterline. They just don't adhere. You just go over consistently over and over and the colour just doesn't come out. I'll insert a picture where I tried to use it on my waterline, but you can barely even tell I've used it. Yeah, I don't know what it is about these, but they clearly just aren't, I don't know, they clearly weren't made to sit on the waterline, I guess. But with pencil eyeliners, that's sort of what I want from them. I want to be able to use them on the eyelid and also in the waterline. When you try and put these on the waterline, you keep going over it in the hopes that the colour might eventually come out, but it just doesn't. And because these are quite hard, it's quite an uncomfortable experience to try and press a bit more to get it out. So, yeah. Alright, that is everything. Those are all the worst products that I tried in 2020. Thank you so much for joining me. I hope you enjoyed it. Please like, comment, subscribe, and I will see you in my next video. Bye.